Hey there, everybody. Oh, I bet that's Susie right there. I said if I had waited one more second. Yep, sorry, Susie. Oh my
It's me.
God. It is the Susie.
Heyo, heyo.
Oh,
Hi,
hello.
everybody.
I was waiting on you, and Floyd said I wouldn't wait on her if I were you. So
Oh,
you'd
Floyd did not say that.
squeezing my hurt and crippled shoulder real bad, so I had to give in. That was great with Carrie. I got to hear most of it driving back from over in Athens, Tennessee, and then
Yeah,
got home
she's
from work for the last 10, 15, 20.
it was so good talking to her, let me tell you. It was so good
She can
talking to her.
she can talk too, can't she?
And she doesn't think so, but she can.
She can. She's awesome. And I used to send her and Jesse. They would do those like once a week,
Yep.
where it would just be him and her. And I loved those. I loved those.
Yeah.
I would try to send
I
encouragement.
can't even imagine if it was John Baga and myself. Oh my God. You would hear arguing. You would hear
Well, you could
it would
you could
not be good.
you could tell that they had reached some agreement or some middle ground in that because they never did that.
Yeah, they didn't. How did
You
they
could
not do
you,
that? I don't know.
you could see it in her eyes sometimes.
What is this black thing behind me? What is that?
Me, me or you?
Me. Oh, I end. That's what it is. That's your tank.
What?
See, I end. Oh no, this is ta- oh my God. Like it's magic. It's a real tank right here.
What in the name of God did y'all do on there? What did y'all smoke?
That's what I feel like. Never mind. Back to our regular scheduled program. Oh, I crack me up. Oh my God, I really do. I crack me up sometimes. I
I
can't.
thought it was something on the screen, like a minimized thing.
I did too. I'm like, what? Why is it
Oh,
black? I'm like,
well, we
look at
were
my
going
arm just disappeared.
the same direction with it.
Oh
Now,
my gosh. Oh, look
my,
at the kitty.
yeah, if my camera goes bam, that's
Hi,
that
kitty kitty.
that's the
Oh,
one
look
I
at
adopted.
them.
Look how big he is. That's OPD, Opie Diamond,
What
named after.
beautiful coloring.
Look at
Wow.
that. Can you live? Look at that.
Look at that pattern. What a pretty cat.
And
Oh,
somebody else over here is like, no,
no, he's just sitting on the
they
printer,
they
chilling
don't
out.
get along. That's my bird killer. Do
Ooh,
you know they killed my parakeets? These cats did.
I bet.
Every
I
damn
bet.
one of them, Susie. Every one of them.
I bet.
I had one left, and I had the cage fixed where they couldn't get to it, couldn't bother it, and he got it down. I was in the shower, and he got it down, and she's
I
the one
want to
that got
get
the bird.
parakeets. I really do. But I worry about that with, and it's not even my cat that I worry about because the
Yeah,
cat sits on the rabbit thing, sits on the parrot thing, and she's fine with them. It's the dogs. They're bird dogs. They are absolutely,
yeah.
they're fluttering and they go like, it's insane. It
Well,
is.
the cats are faster. The dogs tried to get them, but the cats were faster. I had to go through it 3 times with them. Three
That
different
was
attacks.
crazy. So
It
before
is.
my stream, I was feeding and I left it out. So this is all thawed. So I guess I have to go through this whole bag of Mysis shrimp and just give it to everybody tonight.
You can't rethaw it
I don't know if it'd be good.
or
I know you can't
refreeze
do
it.
that with food, can you?
Refreeze it. I do it with mice, with frozen thawed mice and stuff
And
like that.
these are Mysis shrimp.
Right, right. So it should work.
Maybe.
I wondered if you'd pick up on that.
Oh, I'm gonna pretend to drink my coffee and wish there was coffee in. Oh, there is coffee in here.
We'll get you some coffee. I was going to look when you came on for a second. I started to get up to go look for my uh, Science Scout T-shirt and my Science Scout cap.
And what are you wearing?
Well, this is from
Oh yeah, Sandy Creek. Love it.
what I had on today, but I couldn't find either one, and I found my Harris Walls, no politics, Harris Walls cap, and I found my Atlanta Aquarium hat, but it's going to be hell to pay if some dogs have chewed up my science scout cat. Cat. I'm looking at a cat.
Oh my gosh, my dogs chewed up one of John's favorite caps, and it was just blue, but it had like a flag on it and something. I felt horrible. So I looked it up. It was $65. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was going to buy him another one. I'm like, sorry, dude. I'm sorry the dogs chewed it.
Well, Carrie's wasn't that much, but I just wanted it because I was such a fan of theirs.
Yeah. Yeah. So I came down to the fish room tonight. I didn't talk a lot about my stuff because I was so excited to talk to Carrie. And I smell, you know that smell you smell, and you only smell it when there's a dead fish? I smell that. And I have yet to find which fish, which tank. But there was a scuffle going on in my 180 today because all the plants and stuff is pushed to the side. So it's something in the 180. And so far, I've seen all the polypterus swim by. Peaches and cream are good. I see 3 silver dollars. I should have 6. And I don't see, I see my Jack Dempsey and 1 Starry Night. So I am hoping it's not my other Starry Night.
If you smell it, it must have been at least a day, though.
Yeah. Yeah. At least because I'm smelling it. And I know that smell. As soon as I came down, I'm like, oh my gosh, who was that?
You're right. You know, I just remembered interrupting you about getting Carrie to come out and come on because I had asked her a couple of times and I messaged her, and even Jesse one time goaded her. He said, well, I want you to come on and you won't even answer him or something like that.
That would be great. And I know she's lurking. Carrie, I think that would be great.
This has been a couple of years ago or more.
This is a nice panel, so you can say things if you want, or you can just be quiet if you want. It's a great environment to contribute to. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's a great idea.
There's no one here tonight. There's just the 2 of us. But
and she's in the chat. She's listening, so ask her.
I will. Sit right there and wait, Carrie. Just sit there and wait.
Yeah.
Good to know it wasn't me. There's my glucose alarm.
I was really happy it wasn't anybody in this tank, because that's bad to say. First thing when I smelled it, I'm like counting everybody. Then I see my 22-inch Pleco over there. I'm like, oh, it wasn't him.
I've lost a couple of more big fish in this 180 behind me. Big fish. Both the big pacus are gone now.
Ah, look at that. Where's all the balloons come from?
Well, if I know, maybe that's what's in this room and I just don't realize it.
How did you do that?
I didn't. I had my hand back pointing at the tank. Must be Sam because he's my head mod. He must be doing something. I was doing like this.
I want those balloons. Why can't I get balloons? What the hell?
Well, you know, I raised my arm and it came out. So
it sure did. That was cute.
Don't know. There's no telling.
Oh no, Paul lost his old Jaguar. Oh, there's Side Scout. She said, hey.
Hey.
It sounds good. She's going to come up on the panel.
Hey, good.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we can have a panel that night.
Yeah, we'll have make sure that Whip is here and
Skipper.
Fangers. We got to get Fangers here. Yep. That's cool.
That'll be a good panel.
So do you celebrate Easter? How was your Easter?
It was kind of rough because it was even though I wasn't close to my mother, I kept up with her. And I made sure she got what she needed, and the nieces took care of her. And she didn't want to see us. You know, that was the thing. So we honored that. We didn't want it because it would have been horrible. So we honored that for like 30 years, Susie. But anyway, so she died, and we died too. But it was the first holiday, and even though we haven't seen her for 30 Easters, it's still, you know,
I
really
like the first, yeah.
I spent some time with one sister, and then I went to the graveyard. I'm the kid that's the soft-hearted one, and I sent my sister pictures and said, this looks like a slum out here. We need to get out here and clean these stones. I like to keep them clean. It's just lichen and stuff growing on them. But But other than that, and I was up there, and that's when I put a message in that said I'm with family, and it's the first Easter. And then they sent me home early. They got tired of me, I guess. So I got home early, and here we are.
Wow.
How was your Easter?
It was good. I started off taking my one daughter to urgent care.
Hmm.
She's been sick for a couple days, not like a respiratory thing, but throat, and she was down for the count. And when I came over to her house to give her some like soup and food and stuff and help her, she was burning up. And it had to have been at least 103. And then she took some medicine to hopefully get the fever down. And first thing this morning, she said, "Can you take me to urgent care?" Well, we both suspected it was like strep, but they said it was strep throat. And
Oh, they did a strep check.
yeah, they did it but they didn't even wait for results unless they get instant results now. They just took the swab.
Right.
And
It's pretty. Even I can look at it. I could say, look at
Yeah.
that. Anybody can look at it and tell.
and it was pretty bad. So hopefully she will be feeling better right about now. So that was sad.
That's Chucky. That's the brother of him, and he's a big cat, but he looks small compared to Opie. That's Chucky.
Hey, Chucky.
All three were turned in together the same day by the same owner at the kill shelter, and he was coming out crying. And they said he had to go somewhere where he were sending his job. You know, that happens sometimes, and you have no control over that. And I see people post nasty comments like, "Well, I would get a different job." No, you wouldn't. Shut up.
I know, right?
Just go out and get another job over a cat, and you can't afford all that money to move. Shut up.
Yeah.
Things happen. So what you can do instead of getting on here and trashing people for things that can't help is, now there are people that use those as excuses, but this wasn't the case with this.
No.
Rescued all three of these. They're brothers. There's an orange one too. So I couldn't get just one. So I went over my self-proclaimed. So they're ARC cats. One I adopted, the first one that was here, but people suck, you know it?
Yeah. I told you what my cat was doing, right? She started peeing on the bed
No.
out of the blue. We'd have no idea what the issues were. But you know what? Changing all the quilts and sheets and washing them is a huge hassle, and we've had it. So John kicked her out of the room, which she sleeps on John's belly. He's got like a mountainous belly. She sleeps right on there. And I know she was out there crying in the living room. Like that was, and I was so sad. So I got this waterproof blanket like cover. So we tried that, and she did pee on it once, and it wiped right off. I don't know. And she has since she's been out of heat. So I don't know if they're
get you a couple of puppy pads, the big 24 by 24, and put them under that. I have two of those, and I change every 2 days. They get changed. And sleeping with 10 dogs, well, 2 of them don't, 8 of them do, on a 3/4 bed. There's something's going to happen.
Yeah,
something's going to happen with me and 8 dogs. That sounds weird, but so I just keep it on there. Somebody spits up or pees or something.
But somebody said, "Oh, just get rid of it." I'm like, who gets rid of an animal because they make a mistake? Like what? Or they're going through something. Who gets rid of an animal because of that?
A lot of people do.
I'm like, oh my God.
They use that expression, get rid of, like it's a piece of paper.
Right.
Here, get rid of the scum wrapper. I know. Like I said, people suck.
Yeah. But I've been off of Facebook for 40 days and 40 nights, and I went on there today, changed my things. I put my fire eel on in another tank. And you know what? I had no desire to look at anything. I was very, very happy. I mean, I was like reading everybody's update before Easter, before Lent started. I couldn't get off of it. I was scrolling through, looking at the whatever they call their shorts. And now that I've been away from it for 40 days, I had no desire to check up on anything. I was like, oh, this is great. Look at that. Look at that.
It really is like Dagwood or Little Abner, those old cartoons that used to be in the papers. They may still be. It's just the next day. That's all that's changed. After 3 months, it's just the next.
So I'm like, I'm not missing it. I'm not going to get rid of it or anything because I still need it for marketing. But I'm like, yeah, if you guys want to get a hold of me, don't do Facebook. I won't see it. Or people, a lot of people do just that's the only invite that they do is, oh, I sent you an invite on Facebook. Like, well, I guess I won't be invited. I guess I won't be invited. Nobody invites me anymore anyway. Who cares? Who cares?
Nobody invites me. It goes right in with the way I feel.
Yeah. I'm perfectly happy in my little kingdom that I've created here, my queendom. I love my animals. I just, and I love, today I was out, I was frustrated, but I was out cleaning a pond, and it was Yertle's pond. Yertle is one of my rehomed red ear sliders that was rehomed to me, full grown, size of a dinner plate. And I couldn't get the pump to work. No matter what I did, I couldn't. And the pond is big enough where too big that it sponge filter isn't going to cut it. I mean, he probably wouldn't die, but certainly wouldn't be good water. It's probably about 200 gallons, maybe a little more. And I was so frustrated. I was like, why do I even have a pond? I cannot take care of them. Like went right over the edge. And it just at the last minute, I was able to connect a black hose with a clear hose with a PVC pipe just to get it to run. But when you look in the pond, that's all you see are these pipes. But at least the waterfall and the filter's working. Yeah. But I was like, whew, that was, I don't ever remember it being that hard. And I don't know if it's my age, my lack of money. Like I'm not in a position where I can just run out and buy more tubing. Like, oh, I'll just go get 5 different kinds of tubings to see which one fits, like what I used to do. I'm like, dang, I don't know. That kind of scared me.
I know it. What's the orange place? Home Depot.
Thank you, Dennis.
If you take your hose or a piece of another hose, you're using just a little piece, they'll match it up for you.
Well, I'd have to bring the mag pump. Because there is no hose that fits it. The mag pump's like 10 pounds. And
you can't you can't trace it, put a piece of paper over the spout.
Oh, maybe. And I looked on the box and I think it said 3/4 inch inlet and outlet.
Probably.
So, but I don't know if that means 3/4 inch whole of the tube or 3/4 inch from the outside of the tube.
You don't have to worry about that. That's like one time people were asking Corey McElroy, when it says treat for 20 gallons, does that mean 20 gallons with just the water or 20 gallons with sand and ornaments? He said, no, don't worry, just treat for 20 gallons.
Yeah.
Or does it matter?
Yeah.
So I think this is the same case. Damn it. Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was it?
Some kind of cougar line leaguer or something, whatever they call that breed. What's going on?
Oh, Diego's being funny. Why don't you just get rid of your pond? He's being funny. Oh, well, John actually said that. Well, do you want to just shut down the pond? I said, I can't. It's Yertle's home.
Yeah.
I would have to make another pond for like, and Yertle cannot go with my other red ear slider because they just fight.
How much hose do you have to have?
Probably about 3 feet, not even. I just need something that fits.
Yeah.
Like right now, I piecemeal things together, and the water pressure, it's not the right pump size for this. And it's so strong that it blows it apart. It's like, so I think I got to figure something out. I just got to figure something out, man. And I wish there was like a canister filter for outside, for the weather outside. Like, I think that would be the best answer. Maybe remember we used to have those Skippy filters, yeah, handmade using a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah.
But it's still a pump with a hose going in. So it's the same issue. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So.
Yeah, they'll save a ton of money.
It is. But I got to get a pond ready for these turtles that are out in here. They've been here all winter. Their canister filter shut off about 4 weeks ago. I can't get it going again. It's like an old used one that I got at an auction.
It might just need to be clean good or something.
Yeah, well, that was my problem. I cleaned it and now I can't get it going again.
Oh, I bet John could fix that.
Yeah, I bet you he could if he cared.
John, put John on the line.
Get John Bagger. John Bagger. John Bagger. Calling all John Baggers. He was out front. He helped me tremendously. He was out front power washing stuff.
That's
Like
what
the yard and getting it all clean. I want the front to look good, and then I'm going to concentrate on the backyard.
the last 3 colonies of mice and/or rats that I rehomed. I still have their cages because it was super cold 2 months ago, sitting in the half of my garage I can't use. But I need to get them out in the woods and brush them good with the broom and then power hose them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got all that. I'm behind 2 months, but I'm not going to be using them again. I'll probably give them away or put them in a yard sale.
Oh, okay. You know what I wanted to build? Hi June. I didn't see June in there.
Only awesome.
Yeah, like a flower box. I have a shed out back by my pond that has 2 windows, and not a flower box though, but it's like one. But I want it for bearded dragons, so I can bring bearded dragons out for like the day. So I just need to build a box on both sides with lids on them, heavy-duty screen lids and a lock like latch, so that I can bring them out. They're safe and they can enjoy the sun. But I don't know how to do it so that the box doesn't just fall down. Like I don't know how to connect that to a shed that has siding.
Oh, yeah.
You go like right through the siding. Do you have to cut out the siding?
Yeah.
Like I have no idea, and I don't have no one to ask. Nobody around me is a carpenter like that. But I thought that would be great. I need something that the dogs can't get to.
Yeah.
That has sun, because I really need those bearded dragons to get some real sunlight instead of these stupid bulbs that I have. One of those bulb meters that checks for UV and stuff. It's like they're not even lasting 6 months. I don't know if it's because they're sitting on the shelf or something too long before I buy them. I'm like, what?
I think it does affect them.
It does. And
I've just been doing mine every 6 months. I just put myself a reminder. Sometimes I have to do it a little early if I know I'm going to be broke in 2 weeks.
Now, the one I checked, it didn't lose its UV, it spiked. So you got to be careful. It could spike either way. Like it's either way, they're no good after that. Like, and they're so expensive anymore. Like what? And I have free sun, so I got to try to incorporate those. And it doesn't have to be a 6 foot long. It's just to be outside basking for a while. That's all.
Used to be sale price is what things used to be 3 months ago. You know it.
Yeah. Some things have come down in price. That's good. Eggs, thank gosh, because my chickens still have yet to start laying. I don't know why.
They were hunting eggs in the house today, and I'm like, God Almighty, I'm in here to get away from you guys. Outside the swing. I'm in the house to get away from all this.
Eggs are still over $9 in California. Wow. Here, I think they're like 3 something.
Yeah, but gas is about that much too, I think, there.
In California?
Yeah, it's 8 cents. It's what my brother told me, 8 something.
Yeah. That's insane. That's insane. But although I'm all for it when it comes to like cigarettes or alcohol, they are like optional features. But things that are every day you got to have, no.
He said, who does that? I had a guy this past summer. I don't know if it was a guy, but I wasn't there, and one of the other volunteers got them. Yeah, it was a guy. She said he brought and left a basket or a box out in the field behind our parking lot. Of course, she went over, and it was 4 kittens. They all had goopy, pussy, runny, maggoty eyes.
Oh.
I'm about to get it, and come in there. They broke something before they did that big yell sound as they broke it. I think it's my soup bowl. I just poured them some food in so I could get here. But anyway, she went out and they were just nasty. But the worst thing about them is they reeked of cigarette smoke. And I'm not one of those former smokers.
Kittens?
The kittens that were in
Oh,
that box. And I commented about, I was on Facebook. I said something about, and some lady said, some other recipe. Of course, I blocked her immediately. She said, well, how dare you criticize somebody's lifestyle choice? And I said, my point is they're chain smoking for these kittens to stink like this, and they couldn't take them to the vet. They couldn't do anything but let them get so sick they're nearly dead and then leave them in a box here.
yeah,
No, I get mad about that crap.
yeah,
They had their cigs though.
yep, yep.
It just amazes me, and it probably pisses people off, but that we still have alcohol in cigarettes. We know their carcinogens and how bad they are, but
We do. Well, we know the additives that they use are. So why isn't there tobacco available without it? Why? Where is that? Like,
well, because that stuff that is addictive that they put in it that makes us want them is the story I heard.
so who actually grows tobacco? That's not like the big stores. Like,
We used to do it. My uncle used to do it, and we had to go over and stay all summer between elementary school classes and help him. He grew it.
because I know people started growing their own weed, so they didn't have things mixed in with it. Like, why can't you grow your own tobacco?
Tennessee put the skids on that. This first session of our Tennessee State Congress, they put the skids on that.
Did they? Why?
Religion.
Wow.
Yep.
What does religion have to do with that?
Because you're going to hell if you smoke that dope.
That's not what the Bible says.
I
The
know
Bible said if it's growing, it's going.
it doesn't matter, Susie.
I don't know what the Bible says about
I
that.
don't either, but it was fine until people started making big money off of it. And I think they just wanted a way to try to regulate it better.
They want to be able to make big money on it, and then they all of a sudden won't care about it.
The one that's really pushing it, she's actually from my county, Marsha Blackburn. She's going to be running for governor.
Oh, I see her in the congressional sessions. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. And every time they say, and Marsha Blackburn said this or spit on somebody, or she's nasty, I'm like, oh my God, don't say Tennessee. And she's from Tennessee. Oh my God, nobody likes her here. But anyway, no politics, I said, Susie, no
She's
politics.
still talking. I was talking weed, man, and you went right to politics.
I know. You can tell who I won't be voting for, right? And I don't vote party. I vote their platform.
I tried to get marijuana legalized in 1975. We did a protest to legalize marijuana. Like, I was so ahead of my time. Didn't work. And now I got sober and I don't do that anymore. And now it's legal.
I can just picture little Susie with a bandana on her head and a joint in each hand.
And I protested disco. I did.
Really?
Rock and roll forever. Yeah. Well, that was
see, rock and
roll. A rebel without really a cause.
I never got to hear rock and roll until after I moved out. Till I was 7.
I protested the FDA. I still protest the FDA, so who cares? It's like they pick and choose what they approve depending on who pays them more money. Like, really? The pyramid, the food pyramid, I've been saying for 50 years now, this is the biggest scam ever. This is not stuff that's good for you. This is stuff that makes Kellogg's money. And that's not politics. That's just, I guess that is politics as our government.
Exactly.
But there's some things like, and I wasn't a big protester, so to speak. But there's some things that, and I still are against today.
Sam wants to know if weed's legal. No, you better send all your stuff over here.
It is in New Jersey, and I live 10 yards from New Jersey.
Popo said we don't care.
They actually have places where you can just go sit down and eat some gummies and smoke some weed. You can do whatever. Like, it's like a bar.
You can order them in the mail here. That's how I get them for the dogs and cats. The vets order them for the animals.
Really?
Yep.
Even though you're Tennessee?
Yeah, it's legal here.
Yep. Oh, I thought you said they were. Oh, they won't let you grow it.
No, they're going to do away with people growing it because it's such a huge crop.
No, see, you need to grow it. If could you have your own that you know it's safe? Just like if I was gonna have feeder fish, I gotta breed my own feeder fish.
Yeah,
That's like someone told me I can't breed my own feeder fish. I know they're healthy and they've eaten good food. Like,
I worried a little bit for about a minute on that Nerodia, that water snake, about the feeder fish. But
yeah,
you, that fish is a fish that small in that acid belly. It's gone in probably an hour, if that long. So I'm not worried about it. You know, they can digest a mouse in a day to 2 days, the bones, everything. A snake can. What happened, Rosie?
what happened?
I don't know. She's sitting over here in the corner, very prim and proper. So I bet you that was my favorite. You know, the soup bowls with the handle on it, flat like a mug.
Yep.
And I
They
said,
know. They know when they did something
I
wrong.
took it out of the dish drain and just poured an extra bowl of food so they wouldn't be fighting over the 2 bowls they have out, 6 cats. And that's what it, there's only one thing on the counter that could have shattered. But the dogs are having a holiday picking it up. So
And for the record, I'm all for people who smoke weed, don't want to smoke weed, say they're sober and smoke weed. You go for it. Go for it. It's just something I would never do. I personally don't think I would do that, even if it was legal.
the only time I ever did it, well, the, the time period was when I was 18, I
That's
think.
awesome, dude.
But, and that stuff would kick your butt. And I wouldn't have driven a car. I never did while I smoked it or anything like that. And I couldn't study or anything.
Oh my gosh, Bob, I smoked them like people smoke cigarettes, 2, 3 joints a day, like nothing.
No.
I did life. I did everything. That's what I did. That was my thing.
Well, I guess you get used to it, and there's a certain quality with the amount of drug in it too. And
I'm June and I'm a junkie.
I'm a cheap date, I guess.
No, there's too many drugs out there that are deadly and serious, and they're manufactured and they're chemical based, and I'm totally against them. Totally against them. Whether you got a prescription for them or not, I'm totally. But something that's natural, that you don't have to put any additives to it, I'm not that against.
They, what is that, fentanyl now? They, I don't know why they put that in stuff, but I guess it's cheaper than, or they don't have anything else to cut their drugs with, or something.
It's killing people. It's killing people.
It's killing people that just try it one time. They say, "Here, take a try
Yeah.
this," and it kills them.
So you can't tell me that it's not better to make your own or grow your own. Like,
Sure.
I don't trust people out there. Why would I trust them? And least yet, why would I trust a store that's governed by our government? No. I already know what the government's trying to put in my food and stuff. No.
It'd be nice if we had, what was his name? Brian, what's his name that had the meth? What was that? He had that van. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. He had the big motor home and he was cooking in it. What is that, guys? Chime in, guys.
Was it a TV show?
Maybe in a movie too.
I know.
Brian, he's a famous actor, and
I know who you mean. Dag, I know who you mean. I can't think of it.
it's Tom from Swampy. Monster Fish Gal. She's an old druggie. Let me see what her. I mean, Lori knows what it is.
Walter White. Yep, Trash Cat. Trash Cat got it.
Yeah, that was the character. Yeah, Trash Cat is too. Her and her mama. Her mama's probably sitting there with her. They're both old druggies. What was the name of the story though? Breaking Bad.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jesus, when I get something, I'm
That's it.
yeah. Bryan Cranston was the actor's name. Bryan Cranston. It's all in fun and love, Lori. I'm just kidding you. Breaking Bad is
Breaking Bad. Yep. I was going to look it up. That's it. John and I, we don't have TV and we don't have like channels like HBO or stuff, but I think we had to
Either.
buy a subscription to one of them, and we binge watched all of the Breaking Bad and then canceled the subscription. We did that with Sopranos too.
Uh-oh. There I am.
Isn't that funny?
That's who we need, though, is somebody like Breaking Bad to make our stuff for us. So we know it will be safe. That was one awful thing. It started out kind of funny, tongue-in-cheek, and man,
Yeah, it turned out. Oh,
gross.
ooh. So I fell today at the skate park, right? No, it was yesterday. Today is Easter. I didn't do anything. And it was so slow. I came down a ramp. I'm trying to do a ramp and I'm petrified. I did a successful one. The next time I did it, I put my toe stop down for some odd reason, probably because I got scared. And I went right down, but I'm wearing these wrist guards and these knee pads, and I almost like bounced. I was like, I didn't get hurt at all. Thank God, because I literally just went down.
Didn't you break your wrist?
I did 2 years ago. I broke my wrist. And then last year, 3 years ago, I broke my wrist. 2 years ago, I broke my pinky and it was sticking out sideways because I fell on skates on my pinky. And last year I didn't have any skin on my hands because of the epoxy.
Well, I'm away from modern medicine these days, but the last I heard, it was 40-something% that you would re-break a bone at some point.
Really?
The odds were.
Yeah, I broke my right wrist 4 times in my life. This one.
I broke my the toe beside the big toe on my right foot.
Oh,
You do everything with that foot, but
yes,
I had to drive to work. That was before they let us work from home. And I had to sling my leg over the console of my truck. I had a Silverado and drive everything with my left leg. That was no fun.
That is hard.
I got in there and got that money. I got it.
That is hard. Yeah.
And it hurts. It hurts.
And I got scared, but you know what I did? I did it one more time before I took my skates off because I didn't want to be afraid to ever try it again. And I'm talking, this ramp is not like what you see on TV, or this ramp is maybe 8 inches high. It's like, it's a little ramp. It's like you look at it like that's not even a ramp. It's a ramp when you're on skates. On top of it, you're like,
It's a downgrade.
Downgrade.
I'm trying to play it down.
Yeah. I showed John once. He goes, "That's not a ramp." I'm like, "It's my ramp. Don't you tell me it's not a ramp." Oh,
Poor John.
I know, poor John. He really is.
Poor John. Do you know, speaking of poor John, and he has the point, see, I hope you're listening, John. That poor little snake, I've given up on it now that got untied the bag. Grew arms and untied the bag and let itself out in Atlanta in my back seat. Never found it. And like Whip said, you've lost another snake. It sounds like I lose them every day, but that one, I haven't ever found it. And the one that's loose in my house is still loose in my house. So I haven't lost it. It's just in the house.
But you don't know if the one in your car is still in your car. It could still be there.
It could be, but I can't take the seats from the back of the frame of the vehicle. They're made onto that. So
Right.
all I can do is try to fill it. Get the hell down from there.
You have to set up a small live mouse as bait in a tiny, you know, those hermit crab cages. You'd have to put a baby mouse in that upside down and just wait and see if a snake comes out and start. That's the only way you're going to get them out. It's not going to be with a frozen.
I put, two of the frozen thawed and made sure they were nice and wet in the floorboard right in front of like a foot dropped down from where he got out. And is a foot, 2 feet up into that back of that seat, I'm sure. I'm going to look through it again tonight. I have this idea that he comes out because they're diurnal. Is that the word when they come out?
Crepuscular is dusk and dawn.
Okay, well, they're that one then.
Crepuscular. Yeah. I love that word too. Crepuscular.
It makes me think of corpuscles in the blood. So I think it's wrong, corpuscular.
Crepuscular, yeah.
But I'm going to search for him again. I've had the dogs riding him around in there the last 2 days to adoption events.
Well, they would have found it, no? Or at least
If it's under the
Mark
seat,
got
these dogs are so spoiled, Susie. They don't.
it.
If they saw
My
it,
cat.
they'd be
My
like,
cat sat there looking for the mouse who was an inch in front of her nose, an inch. But the mouse froze, and the cat's like this. Like, it's right there. It's right
they're
there.
triggered by that motion, not the smell so much.
Yeah, so I went to grab it because I would have taken him outside. I don't care. It's just a baby mouse.
Yeah.
And it took off so fast, like, here's his chance.
If you ever grab one, scruff it by the back of the neck. You probably know that because they can bite hard.
Yeah.
They can bite like a Yazzie bite.
Yeah.
He got me the other day at the
Well, you
vet.
know what else bites? I never thought leopard geckos. Their teeth are like little tiny razor blades.
I found
because-
that.
It like barked at me and hunched up. I still had to get it to safety. It was in danger. And I grabbed it and it latched onto me and I was like, oh.
That cuts right through the skin. And when you
Yep,
think about it,
yep.
they just go up to a leaf and they go, boom. They don't do any scissoring or
No,
twisting.
they don't need to. Just
But those things got some teeth on them.
Yep.
Lord have mercy. That was one of the worst bites I've ever had, I think. I'm looking at
Oh, Lucky Stone said my friend caught his snake using a heat mat. You should try that before it gets hot out.
put a heat mat down.
Somewhere like put a hide with a heat mat where you can reach
Oh,
it.
and I can run. I've got my trusty 100-foot long cord now
Transformer. Yeah.
that I've been cutting trees up with that fell. I'm still cutting trees up, still cleaning up from the,
That would work.
yeah. Susie, are you a rollerblader, skateboarder,
Quads. I'm
roller
a
skater?
roller skater, quad skates. Old school, 8 wheels.
Tom said, "Happy Easter, everyone."
Happy Easter. Did somebody ask what I am?
Yeah. Somebody asked this. They gave every scenario. I got tired of reading them. There was so many. It was Trash Cat.
Oh, Trash Cat. Are you a rollerblade, skateboarder, or roller skate? Roller skater. I did get a skateboard last year and I put 1 foot on it and I just started laughing hysterically. What are you, out of your fucking mind? And it looks pretty. I hang it up and it's just a pretty decoration now, but no. I do roller skates and I do the rink and I do the skate park. Outside, that's a whole skill I don't have yet. It's not the same. There's nothing the same about roller skating out on trails as it is in the roller rink or skate park.
Mhm.
Skate park is nice and smooth cement. Roller rink is nice and smooth wood. Trail skating is something I would love to do, but it's just a skill I haven't gotten down yet.
I used to ride when I was a pretty little kid. I used to ride, not a handsome little kid, just a very young kid. I used to ride an old wooden skateboard, and it had metal wheels on it.
Wow,
It would lean a little
back
bit.
in the day.
I would come down a slope. It was all sidewalk, so my mother would let me do it, and then it would turn and go behind. It was the housing project, you know. It was
Right.
So it was nice sidewalks. And then I learned to skate at the skating rink, but that's different too. That's 4 wheels on that wooden floor that's all smooth.
Yeah.
I tried rollerblading when I was adult, and I said, nope, can't do this.
No, I don't know about rollerblading. That's probably similar to ice skating.
That's what
I'm
they
very
told me.
comfortable now on my roller skates, and I'm really trying to, because I think I've got a disadvantage in the balance department because of my age. I used to be really good balancing, but now I even have to lean against the wall when I put on my pants, like kind of thing.
You too, huh?
So I got to really practice on 1 foot, balancing and holding my leg up. It's like, oh my gosh.
No, I'm laughing. This morning I was trying to put on these shorts I have on. I mean, like basketball shorts, and my foot wouldn't go through it. I'm like, and the dogs, they all sit around. They look like, well, let's watch this. They're all watching, and I'm like, what the hell could be holding my foot from going through there? And it was in the pocket. The pocket had got turned inside out in the shorts, and I was trying to cram it through the pocket. and the
Oh my
dogs are just sitting there in Bugsy Falls.
That's so funny.
I was.
Trash cat, what kind do you have?
I
I
can't.
cannot wait to hear this. I've got Moxie lollies that I love for the rink. I've got Bont skates that have a little more ankle support that I do in the skate parks. And then down here, I got some Kayas that I use in my fish room, in my reptile room. So I got all different skates for all different scenarios. Because really, you can use the same skate for all scenarios, just change the wheels. But I'm very lazy, so I have the wheels set up, all different setups, and I just grab the ones I need. You're at the same spot I am, Trash Cat. I can go forward. I can kind of go backwards slowly. And it's almost like I can only do it like with the bubbles. I try to do some. And I'm just now learning forward crossovers. And that's a lot of balance. That's a lot of balance. That's why I'm practicing all the balance. So you're probably at the same spot I am, Trash Cat.
June, did you break your coccyx, your tailbone?
Oh my gosh, that's got to be the worst. Who did that?
Uh, Only Oscars, June.
Ooh, June, that's the worst. Oh, even bruising the coccyx. It's like it hurts every time you go to the bathroom, every time you get up and down. And oh my gosh.
What are you talking about, Tom? Tom said a pig ran him down.
Oh, rock skates are nice. Those are like black sneakers, right? They're rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fell today as well. Now I can't move.
Oh
Fell and broke my
no.
toe. That hurt. Dang pig ran me over. Wow. Kicker ramp. Oh, okay. Oh,
Did you just post that, Bob? That's pretty cool with StreamYard. Or is that a bot?
What are you talking about?
It just said something about StreamYard. Are you an affiliate for StreamYard?
I finally pushed that button so and
Good.
let them put it in there so I
Good for
would.
you.
Well, guess what? It still shows that thing that says share your referral link. So
Oh.
they lied. They said it would go away. That's why I'm holding the phone down like that so I can look around that
I
and
gotcha.
read the comments. There, when I did it that time, it posted it. Yeah, there it is. Oh, so Sam, maybe I wasn't posting it all those times the other day because Sam was like, "Stop pushing it already."
Yep, Trash Cat. I know those. I know that's super, and I love the super comfy. One of my dream skates are called Golden Horse. They got padding like a 1/4 inch thick, all on the inside and the tongue and everything. Ay ay ay.
That sounds like my Skechers. I got the Skechers, the old man model. Model. I love those. I don't wear them because they hurt my feet, but
Oh. No, I gotta be comfy. I'm too old for that. I gotta be comfy. That's what the Moxie lollies are for me. As soon as I put them on, it's almost like I put on a pair of socks. It's like, oh, these are good. These are good. These are
I
good.
think it was Friday. I was telling them in here my feet swole. You know what swole is, don't you? My feet swole so bad they swelled over my shoes. I had to take my shoes off and go barefoot in front of Petco at the adoption event. They swelled up so bad they swelled up.
Oh,
Yep. And I haven't had that problem before.
wow.
Yep. It's what you got to look forward to. All right. We got 5 more minutes. So if you got anything to say, any other further evidence, better get
Say it
in.
now or hold your peace.
That's right.
I could talk skates all the time. You know, I got a skating channel. Did you know that, Trash Cat? I do. Quad Squad. I post little shorts here and there. You'll see how not good of a skater I am, but I'm still trying. I'm still moving forward, but I'm going at my own pace. I'm not comparing myself to anybody else.
See which mod gets it posted first.
Oh, Y-Way is really good with that shit stuff. Sorry.
Or he's pretty fast too.
Quad Squad. That's right. Quad Squad. But instead of the S for squad, it's a Z. Quad Squad.
Oh.
Quad Squad. That's right. That's right. Because I want friends to come skating with me and learn the same, even if it's just going forward, like put one foot out, but all together. there's not one of my friends that goes skating. Like nobody goes at 65 years old. Nobody. I mean, there's people at the rink, but I don't know them. Susie, are you doing more plant videos on your planting queue? I want to learn about plants and flowers since I liked all the sister plants. I love plants. I love house plants. I suck at keeping them alive, but I absolutely, now that I have dogs, I suck at keeping them alive. Before the dogs, it was so easy. You just go in and water them and I spritz them down and they were great. Now with dogs,
Yep.
oh my gosh. Not only do you have the dog, the dander, the rough housing, there's just no way. There's no way I can keep up with them. It's like,
At least there's just 2 of them with 10. They're like, she's looking at me. He touched me first. It's like daycare.
yes, it is.
I have to say things and use tones that I don't like to do. But that's what
And
they
if I pet one of them without the other, oh my gosh, you would think there was some crime going on.
I go home and I'm gone 8 hours, 12 hours sometimes. Went to Atlanta 12 hours. Come home and they're fine. They're fine. So why when I'm here is it like World War III?
It's good exercise. I'm hoping it's good exercise, Trash Cat. I am on a quest to lose 100 pounds by next summer. I've already lost 18.
Awesome.
18, and so I still got 82 to go, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. I only weigh myself once a week. I try not to obsess over it because I can very easily get obsessed over that stupid scale.
Yeah. That's true. Been there. Been there, done that.
That's all I got, Bob.
All right. You got anything else, Rosemary?
Where's her tail?
She said somebody took my tail, but we can talk about that off of air.
Woo!
She's the one that doesn't get along with Big Opie, and she is a little fire hellion, let me tell you. All right. Thank you, Susie. Get some rest. Thank
All right.
everybody. See y'all soon. Bye.